Hey guys, what's going on? It's Simon here, and based on the feedback from yesterday's little snapshot of 1.3, I'm going to be doing another one of these, looking at some more features that we have. So you can see I'm about to create a brand new world. Now what I'm going to focus on today is a few new sort of block types, but mainly I'm going to be looking at different structures. So I've got generate structures on, so let's just go ahead and create this brand new world. Again, this is just using the same seed as our RunesharkMinecraft adventure, so it's something that you guys can recognize. Oh, it's going to create it, and there we go. We spawned. There we go. Okay, so I've had a bit of a gander, and I do actually know where I've got to get to. I guess the easiest way to do it, I love the fact now on the even on single player you get these commands. It's really, really nice. And the first thing I wanted to show you was an awesome, what is known as a desert temple. So there's two new structures, main or big structures. We've had stuff like the wells in the desert. Now there's a desert temple. This is one of them. Hopefully, if it loads where I'm at, is it going to do it? Oh god, I'm in a block. I'm in a block. And what? Is it going to load it? Is it going to load it? Is it going to load it? There we go. There we go. Here we go. Wow, that took a while. See if I did just teleport to on a brand new world. Oh my god, look at this thing. This is a desert temple. Looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a pyramid, basically, if we can get the ground to load. So it basically just looks like a pyramid. It's got two little pillars on each side. Now, desert temples, they are fairly uncommon. They don't spawn in the desert too often, but you will be able to find a few around the place. Some of them can be quite hidden, which I'll show you a little bit later on. So as you see, not much to it, literally just the main entrance here. If you go inside it, you can actually go up each of the towers. There's not much to see. That's why you can make quite a cool house out of this. So you can go up to the first floor, yada yada yada, around. I can go back around, back down the pillar again, and down at the bottom. So you may be thinking, well, what's in here? Again, there's not a lot to see. You can now see that you can actually get the different types of decorative sandstone blocks. This is the typical sandstone here. These are the decorative ones. You can see the little PNB face. So obviously on creative you can always get these. You could have got these beforehand, but they're new to the game. It says chiseled sandstone and also smooth sandstone. So that's the smooth at the bottom, that's the chiseled. But this is actually now a legitimate way you can get this outside of the creative mode and actually in survival. Now you may think, so what is interesting about these? And as you see, this is a little focal center point. So you may be thinking, well, what's below here? Well, we're going to do something interesting here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly destroy that, and look, we have a loot room. You can see those 4 chests down there. Now, I'm a bit of a pro at this, so I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to drop onto that pressure plate. Bad things will happen. But in the bottom of here, you can see some more nice sort of chiseled sandstone stuff looking funky, and you see we have some loot. So nice little bit of iron there. Mainly get bones, iron, gold ingots, and also some zombie flesh. So that's the common loot. It's quite nice, to be honest, because you can see here like quite a lot of gold, just 10 there in one chest, and there's 4 in this tiny little room, so you get quite a decent amount. Definitely a cool feature if you were just exploring the desert, walking through and you found it. Absolute win. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you why you shouldn't drop down on the blue box. If you stand on this, you may have heard that little fizz, and you may be realising why I'm running away. Yes, indeed, there is actually some TNT below it. The sneaky little bastards over at Mojang went and put in a little trap for you guys. If you drop down through that middle one, you are going to not only lose all your loot, it's going to get blown to high heaven, you're also probably going to die yourself, which is a little bit depressing. Okay, so now you've seen the awesomeness that was the desert temples, but as I said, it wasn't just one structure. We do also have jungle temples, yes. So now in the jungle biomes, you can find yourself a nice little temple made out of mainly cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. There are actually now the chiseled stones. So as I said, you've got the chiseled sandstone bricks now available in survival, but also you'll have just the chiseled stone. As you go in, there's not much on the first floor. The first floor comes into effect a little bit later on. But it is just a nice little looking temple. You probably will need some torches for this, so I'll go ahead and get myself some torches. You won't really want to be raiding this in the dark because it'll probably spawn some creatures. You do need to be careful where you go. Ooh, you get the creepy Minecraft noises. Here you see that we have a few levers. Round the corner, I'll be able to show you also a new block that I wanted to talk about, which is the tripwires. If I get relatively close, you can see there's a little block here that's basically looks like it's got a little bit of a trail of almost like some kind of gunpowder, but it's not. It's actually string. If you get what's called a tripwire hook, I believe, where can I find it? Is it on one of these? Hopefully I'll be able to, I think it's here, tripwire hook. And then if you use string, of course, that you get from spiders, you can actually create a tripwire. All it is effectively a pressure plate, but it makes it very hard to see. Like if you're walking over that, it's not going to be easy to see. And over there, hidden, if I torch it up, you're able to see behind that little bit of vine there is a dispenser that's going to shoot arrows at me. So that is not going to be fun if you walk over that tripwire. Now on the wall here are some levers. Now the levers are here to actually conceal a chest, which I'll show you how to get into at the minute. This is the valuable chest that you want to loot. There's actually 2 chests in a jungle temple, and to get to one of them, your best bet is to have some shears. So if I can find some shears, hopefully, where the shears be under tools, I'd imagine. Where's tools here? Here we go, shears. I'm not sure if this will work in creative mode. This is how you would go ahead about cutting. Okay, it didn't look like it worked. I assume you use shears to somehow cut the string. I don't know whether that's how you're supposed to do it. As we can see in here, if I can, hold on. There we go. If I get into the dispenser, here's the arrows. You can take them, which is always nice. And here is a chest that's facing away from you, and that contains some goodies. Now you've got to be careful not to be a bit too hasty. As you see, there's another tripwire, so you'd make sure you want to take that out as well. There's some arrows. Hopefully, if I can, there we go. Some more arrows in there, which is great. So you've looted yourself more arrows, and here we go. Some more iron ingots, bones, and zombie flesh in this one. This is kind of the low loot kind of stuff that you get. It's not particularly amazing, but it is obviously quite an easy chest to get to. The next one's a bit more ninja. If I show you by doing a little combination, you hear some pistons going on. It's kind of crazy. I think this is what I don't think that last one did anything, but hopefully this is aha! It's opened up this little area which you can get into. You're gonna have to dig your way out, but here we go. Open the chest, and there you go. A little bit better loot there. Some iron. You got some gold, and obviously the same kind of stuff. So similar things. I believe you can actually get emeralds and things in there. I'm sure there is a bit of variation. Obviously, that's only just 2 that I've shown you. So you can also get some different stuff. Now, one thing also I wanted to show you was what can happen where sort of the biomes kind of try and disguise things like the desert temples. I'm not sure if it's the same in jungles, whether this can be the case, but I will show you a really interesting case with the desert temple. So now you've seen the desert temples, that might have got you really excited. You may have been exploring the desert for days trying to find one to no avail, but Minecraft may have been trolling you, because I noticed this in the desert. This small little entrance, and oh my god, here's a desert temple, but hold on, you can barely see it. You can see, here's one of the turrets, you can just about make out the orange wall there. The other one is, I think, yeah, it's just impaled over here. You can just about make out the sandstone. Really not easy to spot. When I was flying overhead, definitely wasn't easy to spot, but I did manage to get a little glance at it. We'll just show you again sort of the kind of loot you can expect. Again, just some gold, pretty nice in there. Just bones in that one, pretty disappointing, but holy shit, there's a lot of gold in there. You'd be pretty happy if you looted this place. So definitely some good stuff. Obviously, as I said, if you go down that blue trap, it's a short way down, and you're going to need to be able to get out of there pretty quickly, because if you can't, boom, you get blown up to high heaven. Could lead you into a cave, but most likely you're just going to die very quickly and lose all of the shit that you did have in the attempt of trying to get more stuff, which would be really, really disappointing. Anyway, back to the jungle temple for one last thing I wanted to show you today, which is this little pod on the side of a tree here. So now in the jungle, they've made it a lot easier in Minecraft to get cocoa beans. This is actually a cocoa plant. They can grow on the side of any jungle wood. You don't even actually need to have it on a tree. So you can make jungle wood farms, and they actually pop off the blocks if you have a piston next to it. So you can make these automated farms, which is quite interesting. But they do take a really long time to grow these cocoa bean pods. Now this is in its completed state, so if I destroy this, it should yield 3 cocoa beans, but of course I'm in creative, which is my biggest fail ever, and it gave me nothing. Hold on, let's find another one. There's quite a few around. It's not a rare resource now. Cocoa beans used to be very hard to get. If I go ahead and get myself onto the normal game mode, wow, survival mode, right, here we go. And I destroy it. Here we see we get some cocoa beans out of it. We get 3 for the completed ones. You see the completed ones are a very bright orange colour, but there are 3 stages. I believe that one is at probably the 2nd stage. I'm not too sure. But as you see, they're at different stages, and if you take off the vines, I don't know whether you can plant more. Oh, there you go. Oh, here we go. So now we can see all the stages. So you got the very small first stage, the 2nd stage here. The first 2 stages only yield 1 cocoa bean. And then when it's fully grown, you'll get the 3. So you can basically multiply your cocoa beans very easily, very quickly. Obviously, I can get rid of those vines, and you could literally just, even on one tree, you could completely fill it up with cocoa beans and do some massed harvesting there. If you've got yourself some bone meal, for example, from the jungle temple, you can go ahead and instantly grow it as well. And you can see how you can very quickly get loads and loads of cocoa beans, whether you want to create a massive brown sheep farm or whatever you want your cocoa beans for. If you're a cookie monster like me, then you may want to make some cookies. But I know they don't heal too much, but hey, everyone loves a bit of a cookie. No problem. So the fact that you can now grow these really easily is going to be a very interesting feature in 1.3. I think it kind of takes something away from the fact that you have to try and find it in a little cave raid and find yourself a dungeon. But I guess with it being a bit too easy, I don't know. Maybe they'll put some more loot in the dungeon chests rather than cocoa beans. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway guys, I'll leave it there for today. So today I've shown you the two different types of new temple, the jungle temple and the desert temple, as well as the fact that they can be very well hidden underground, and also shown you the cocoa beans and how they'll work growing on jungle wood. There's still loads more stuff coming out in Minecraft 1.3 that we expect by the start of August, so I'll definitely make sure that tomorrow I'll have another video out for you where I'll be showing you some more of the awesome blocks, new tools and things available in 1.3.